Yesterday we caught up with an amazing human being, country singer Beccy Cole, as she celebrates a brand new album. We'll find out all about it. Beccy has 11 golden guitars and is the most awarded Golden Guitar Female Artist of the Year recipient, having won it 5 times. 2001, 2, 7, 12 and again in 2019. 2022, Beccy was inducted into country music's Roll of Renown at the 50th Golden Guitar Awards. She has also been awarded in 2023 the Medal of the Order of Australia for services to country music. She sung in front of, but not for, American presidents, entertained Australian troops in the Middle East, and is just as comfortable singing at the local RSL of a small rural town. Beccy is the real deal, a working mother, a comedian, an author, a passionate supporter of Aussie rules, honest, funny and genuine. Let's get to know her a little better. You're with Cheryl Lee, that radio chick, and I'd like to welcome into the Zoom room with us today, Beccy Cole. Thank you so much for joining us, Beccy.
My absolute pleasure. Lovely to be with you.
Can't believe we haven't spoken before now.
Well, I love that we are, and I love that we are on this moment, the release of this new record. It's wonderful to get to chat to you.
Congratulations on that, and we're going to find out all about it. Can we go back to a little bit to the beginning?
Of course. I mean, I started singing, I was going to say in my mum's band when I was 14, but it was before that. It was at home. I was singing Dolly Parton songs and harmonising with my mum in the car, just having a wonderful time and falling in love with music, and opportunity to join mum's band as a teenager. And that's where I cut my teeth. I did my apprenticeship with my mum, I guess.
Well, there's 3 generations of you singing now. Do you think having your mum being a singer, that it was sort of preordained that was what you do? Was there ever any thought of a plan B?
No. I remember because I had a teacher in high school who didn't consider that being a singer was going to be a likely career for me. So I had to choose something else on my what do I want to be when I grow up kind of form. So I chose florist, and I was terrible at it. I went and did work experience at a florist, and I was terrible at it. So if nothing else but to prove that teacher wrong, I became a career singer.
Well done. I think you won.
Yeah, one to me.
Yeah. You've toured with Slim Dusty very early on. How was that?
Oh, that was one of the most amazing experiences that I draw on still to this day, because learning from the king, learning mostly about how he treats fans, and how he was the same to the guy that, picked up the chairs at the end of the night as he was shaking hands with the local mayor. I had the privilege of being in the room for some reason when he was chatting to, I think it was Tom T. Hall, and I think another time Johnny Cash. He was just the same with everyone. He didn't alter himself or filter himself. He was just Slim, and he waited until every single fan had, shaken his hand and had an autograph and at the end of the night. And so that was instilled in me that we take care of our fans, and the capacity for longevity in this, he set the bar on that, didn't he, in this industry. I'm so grateful for that early. And he and Joy, of course, and Heather McKean. I mean, they were all so generous with me, and I will absolutely treasure those moments for the rest of my life.
He sounds like a very genuine and, like you said, generous man.
Absolutely. He absolutely was, and very real and down to earth. He didn't believe that, being anything other than that. And I remember Joy McKean saying to a young artist, put a hat on your head, and if it still fits next year, you're doing all right. You never get a big hat.
I like that. Yeah. Also, very early on at 19, I think you were busking in Tamworth with Kasey Chambers.
That's correct, yes. I had a short stint with the Dead Ringer band, Kasey Chambers, Bill, Di and Nash Chambers. I was a Chambers for a short time. And the full circle moment, I guess, is this new album that I'm just releasing today was made in Kasey Chambers' studio on her property. So that friendship has lasted, obviously, a lot of years.
Oh, that's awesome. And busking would have been extremely character building for you, and
100%.
Great learning curve.
Yeah, we thought you just turned up to Tamworth and did gigs. We didn't know that you had to book them in. So when we got there, we didn't have anywhere to play. So we set up in the street, and the crowds that formed each night when we would perform they were extraordinary. And we're talking 1992. Some people say they were there. I mean, there were big crowds. I remember meeting people for the first time and seeing what Tamworth was all about for the first time. And I still get people saying, I was there. I was there in Peel Street that day. You know?
You love Dolly Parton.
Yeah, still to this day. When I was a kid, 286 pictures of Dolly on my wall, and I've had an opportunity on 3 occasions now and throughout my life to meet her face to face, and she has been nothing but, they say don't meet your heroes, but she's been absolutely nothing but a legend in my presence, and just so generous with her time, and another one to learn from for sure.
So she does live up to her fabulous reputation. I know she's done some amazing things for her community as well.
Yeah, philanthropic work and, work to get young kids reading, and just through her songs as well. I mean, when you think about a Dolly Parton crowd, there are people there from all walks of life, from both sides of the political argument and religion and whatever it may be. And she's just
universal.
She's universal, and she's who I aspire to be in so many ways.
She's a good role model to have, that's for sure. Now, we talked about there being 3 generations of your family now in music. Of course, Mum, Carol Stetzel. And do you guys still perform at the Wheatie regularly?
Yeah, we do. Every 2 months we have a show at the Wheatie, and that is something that we started a few years ago just to sort of get me back on stage, actually, when I was going through a hard time. And I was living at my grandma's house just down the road from the Wheatie. It's sort of our local. I absolutely love that venue, and I loved the opportunity because I grew up singing with my mum in her band, with my son and his music. We didn't play as many gigs together, and so now we have, and we get together. At that time, I think it was monthly. Now it's every second month. We have so much fun, and Mum, at 82, she's about to turn, is just such an incredible performer still to this day, and I still say I'm a watered down version of her. She's just phenomenal and still has an incredible voice. I think because she never drank or smoked, she looked after herself. She just brings the house down every time.
There is definitely longevity in the women of your family, because your grandmother nearly made it to her 104th birthday.
Yeah, I think it's pretty amazing that she made, nearly 104. She passed in 2023, and I loved that I had a weekly cup of tea with her in the last 10 years of her life when I moved back to Adelaide, and it's just so amazing having my grandma into my 50s. And we were so shocked and surprised when she passed, and at nearly 104, people were saying, well, she had a good innings, and I go, yeah, but I wanted her forever. She's still with me though. She's in my heart, and I carry her with me, and the impression that someone like that leaves on you never goes.
No, I know that you wrote some songs for your grandma. Is it hard to play those songs now that she's gone, or does it help play those?
No, I think it helps to play those songs. I think it helps to remember and to honour her. And I think that for me, my grandma, and even on the latest album, there's a song called Gardener and the Flower that always makes me think of Grandma and Grandpa. They spent a lot of time in the garden, and they did look after each other, especially in the later years when it was my memory of the two of them together. And you can only aspire to be that kind of in love forever.
Yes, so blessed. Well, let's talk about the 3rd generation in your family. Son Ricky, actually, is he overseas at the moment?
He is. Yeah, he's in Austin performing at South by Southwest, playing guitar for Ella Eon, and I'm so proud of him, actually. And funnily enough, he's staying with Kim Warner, another Adelaidean who lives in Austin, son of Trev Warner, my uncle Trev, multiple Golden Guitar winner. He's like my second dad, and so Kim's like my brother, and Ricky's godfather. So Ricky's staying with him in Austin at the moment, but he'll be back for the next Wheatie, so I'm looking forward to that.
Excellent. This just goes to show Adelaide, hey, because I am on the Support Act South Australia Committee with Joe Ian.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, Adelaide's a small place, and I absolutely loved, obviously, when I heard that Ricky was playing guitar for Ella, because Barry introduced my brother on television back in 1970. So there you go, and gave my mum, my brother, a little teddy bear that he still has, a little blue teddy bear, and so there you go. And who doesn't love Bazza?
That's right. Baz and Pilco.
That's right. Yeah, Adelaide.
Back in the day.
Adelaide institution.
They were. Very quick fun fact. Remember they used to do the Dare of the Day on their radio show in the morning?
Yes. Yeah. I remember that from when I was a kid.
Well, there was an 18-year-old girl who got through on the Dare of the Day and wore her bikini on the bus from Wynvale to the radio station in the city for $100. That was me.
I love that. I mean, I don't know that would be a dare that could happen these days. Do you?
Probably not.
Can I dare you to do it now?
Probably not. $100 was a lot of money then.
It was a lot of money. Yeah, do it on the Glenelg tram. I'll give you $200.
All right. Here's a deal. Are you living in beautiful Mannum?
I do live in Mannum, yeah, and I absolutely love it. I haven't been there a lot lately, but I love it. My next door neighbour, bless her, has my little dog Patsy, and Patsy loves Heather next door, and she looks after her. But I love going back to the river, and it's a beautiful community. I love my town, and I love the Bottom Pub, and I won the meat tray the other day.
Oh,
so, so cool.
That's very South Australian.
Very South Australian, yeah.
Now let's talk about this brand new music. You've got a new album coming out, Through the Haze, and you say that it's a little bit of a diary entry style album, but there's also a lot of positivities.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a long time between the last album and this one, if you don't count my release with Adam Harvey in 2022. I guess, yeah, when I say diary entry, it's things that have happened to me in the last 7 years between the last album and this one. I love being a songwriter and I love sharing my stories. And there was a lot of darkness in that time. So I have reported on that, both with, heartfelt honesty and truth and humour. So there is definitely that aspect, but it's by no means solely a breakup album. There's been a lot of other things that have happened to me in that time, and it's actually reporting on more than one breakup, to be honest. I've had terrible luck in love, which is probably a good thing for a country singer-songwriter, because when you have heartbreak and devastation, you get to write songs about it. I guess if you go out with a songwriter, you need to be careful about your behaviour. Yeah. Otherwise you get a song written about you.
Look out. Historically, country music has been, that's like, my truck broke down, my dog died, and that's all stuff that comes from experience and from the heart.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's
the good,
no...
the bad, the ugly.
That's right. There's no broken down trucks. There was one dead dog between the last album and this one, which was very sad. And the divorce, which is, the second time I've reported on a divorce, which is sad in a way, but also you can look at that as being a moment of strength. And I think this album focuses mainly on, if you look at it as a whole, it is an album about finding your strength, which is something that I wish on everybody. I hope that everybody finds who they are and that they can be strong. And yeah, there's bitterness and anger and all of the other, the things that happen on your journey to becoming whole again.
Everything that happens in our life, good or bad or indifferent, it all comes to make us who we are now.
That's right. And hopefully that is becoming the strongest version of you that you can possibly be. And in my 50s, with the goal of 103 3/4 to aim for, to get to grandma. And I've still got heaps of living to do,
Absolutely. I listened this morning to the first single off the album. Shit.
Oh, Shit Magnet. Yes. Yeah. So that's the single that's coming out with the record.
Yeah.
That's track 1 on the record, and it just is a song about me. I can pick 'em. I attract. Yeah. That particular song has proven to be popular live too. I think people can relate to being a shit magnet. So you got to have a laugh.
So good that you can sort of, laugh at yourself. I think that's a very important quality.
I totally agree with you. I think that it's like medicine, being able to work out a way to laugh at your own misfortune. I think it's probably a good thing, and that I've certainly developed that. You have to have a sense of humour. That was the thing. I broke my funny bone some time ago, and I didn't know that I was going to be able to come back from that, to be honest. I didn't know that I wanted to come back, and finding my strength has been an absolute gift. So the album is about the journey of coming here, and humour has been a huge part of that. And so there was no way that I wasn't going to begin the album, track number 1, Ship Magnet.
I do love it. Is it third time lucky you're going to...
Oh, God, no. I'll tell you right now, if you ever hear that Beccy Cole's getting married again, you have my permission to come and slap my face. Wear your bikini and catch the Glenelg tram and slap my face. You can do it. And I'll go, fair enough.
No, there is so much humour in your music. If this singing thing hadn't worked out for you, I reckon you could have been a top comedian.
Oh, that's nice of you to say. Yeah, I think I'm funny because I'm not a comedian. I think there's not that expectation. But if I was to do a stand-up show at Adelaide Fringe, I think I'd die a horrible death. I'm going to leave that to Geraldine and some of those amazing female comics like Hannah Gadsby. And I think, nah.
You could just sing a few songs and they'll be laughing in the other. I play one on radio all the time. Oh, what's it called?
Might be Sorry I Asked or one of those old ones. Yeah, that's a whole lot of fun. People used to say to me, who did you get to do the voices? That was me. They thought I got Magda Zabansky or someone.
Very clever. So not only are you funny and you can sing, you can do voices as well.
Well, you just got to have a laugh in this world. You can take things too seriously sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to know when to do it.
You've got such an amazing attitude. Now, we better get back on track. You are doing a tour to go with the new album. Where can everybody catch you live? End of this month on the 28th, you're at Echuca, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Echuca, on the river there. And, being from Mannum, I almost thought about taking my boat, but I don't have a boat yet or a boat licence. But I love the Murray and I'm looking forward to playing the Echuca Country Music Festival the last weekend of this month, isn't it?
Yeah. 7th, 8th and 9th of May, you're through New South Wales, and at the end of May in Queensland. Tickets are available at, this is easy, BeccyCole.com.
BeccyCole.com, Beccy with 2 C's. And there's a couple of shows. I think the Wheat Sheaf on April 15th is sold out, but the 16th of April, we're playing Macclesfield, the Three Brothers Arms. And that will be our South Australian launch of the record, because I've got the girls in town from the Sisters of Twang. They're in town for the Guitar Festival. So they're going to come along and play. And my mum, it's going to be a family jam as well. My mum and my son. So grab some tickets to Macclesfield Three Brothers Arms for the 16th. I think it's a Thursday. As I said, the night before at the Wheatie, sold out. But I just heard that my dad, who's a saxophone player, will be in town as well. So we're going to get him up to play sax at the Wheatie. So anyone who's got tickets for that, you're in for a treat.
Mum's going to be at both shows as well?
Mum will be at both shows. My parents are divorced, but they can get along. So Mum will be at both shows. So we have to preserve her. We'll put her in the tank overnight and make sure she's all right.
And Ricky at both shows?
Ricky at both shows. So, South Aussies are in for a treat if you can get to either the Wheatsheaf Hotel or the Three Brothers, which I love. I love that venue.
Get onto it, people. Beccy with 2Cs, Cole.com. I don't know even how we're going for time, but I'm pretty sure my time might be up. I just wanted to ask you the most important question. Who do you barrack for in the AFL?
Adelaide Crows. All the way. All the way since 1991. I was an ambassador for so many years. I'm already going to 2 games this year. I'll go to Gather Round with Kim Warner when he comes back from Austin. And when my dad's here for that same time, we're going to watch the Crows absolutely annihilate St Kilda on that weekend. So, big Crows fan, always have been. I'm an old mate of Matty Nix as well, and I think he's done an amazing job.
I hope your team does win, but we can't be friends now because...
Are you Port?
I'm Richmond.
Oh, look, that's okay. As long as you're not Port Power. No, I'm joking. I don't mind Port Power fans. One of my dear friends, Amber Joy Polton, is married to an old Port Power player. So I had to sort of go, all right, they can play okay sometimes, all right?
All right.
I just think we're all going to be okay as long as we hold hands and hate Collingwood together.
Yeah, exactly right. My team, they were not even rating last night. I tipped them and they almost did it.
I was at the grand final when you annihilated Crows, so don't get me started. That was your night. All power to you, but it was like a wake. Going to the Crows event after that game, that was like a wake. I never want to feel that ever again.
No, so sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Thanks. Yeah, you're not sorry.
Not sorry. Well, it's been so wonderful chatting to you, Beccy, and getting to know you a little bit better. We will definitely see you at one of the South Australian gigs. I'll see you down the front.
I hope so. Wear your bikini.
Yeah, all right. You're going to give me the money, honey. Show me the money. We wish you all the best with the single and the new album and the tour. Oh, and the new album's available on vinyl too.
Yes, vinyl release in a couple of weeks' time, but the same website, beccycole.com. You can order yourself a vinyl. I'll sign it for you. And it's my first ever time on vinyl.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, I just got the test presses the other day and it sounds good. It's so amazing putting a needle on your own work. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, love a bit of vinyl. Thanks again.
Nice to chat to you. I'll see you at the wedding.
Yeah.
You're with Cheryl Lee, that radio chick. Thank you so much for joining me on the Still Rocking It podcast. Hope to catch you again next time. Get out when you can, support Aussie music, and I'll see you down the front.